Hey there, welcome to my life on reset. And today I want to talk about friendships. I would say the first 3 decades of my life, growing up, friendships didn't necessarily seem to be that important to me. Even though I was always granted and blessed with one friendship every 10 years. So I had one when I was going into my teenage years. Then I had one after I got out of the teenage years, and then I had one as I was kind of going into my 30s. So I was good. Those were some awesome friendships. Really, I can call those people to this day. In fact, I'm on Facebook with them, the whole nine. Well, I never really needed a friendship because I was always a loner and I was very introverted and I was dealing with my own self-esteem issues. And I just, every now and then, just needed somebody there. We can hang out, we can talk, what have you. And they serve that purpose. And to this day, I can still talk to those very friends. Not judgmental, never judge me. They were always Team Rhonda, and I was always Team them. Well, when I got into my 40s, I started drawing the friendships from hell. And I always get that one friend in a decade, and I got that one. And be best assured, it was literally the friendship from hell. And that was my turning point of how I wanted to view friends. Because with this particular friendship, like I said, I didn't feel like needing any before. This time I decided I'm going to try to have a friend. And man, I tried, and I gave 150 and this person gave 25%, nonstop. It was always a tug and war. I'm always concerned whether the person is being truthful, whether the person is betraying me, I was always up and down. Did they really like me? Were they with me because I had something and everything? Well, in the very end, it all showed to be the very thing that I felt. My intuition was correct. It did not disappoint me. At one point, I wrote that friend a letter, and I broke down all the things. I said, I do this for you when you need it, but when I need it, you do this. I do this. And it was never where we met each other. I didn't want money. I didn't want this. I wanted time. I wanted friendship. I wanted loyalty. Listen, I want you to be there if I need to talk to you. I'm not going to need you much, but I'm always there for you. In my other friendships, we were always there for each other. So I get into this one, and it's not that. So now I'm having some major turning points in my life, some major good things happening. This person would never show up to celebrate. But when they had a major turning point in their life, I was always there to celebrate. So finally, it just got too uncomfortable. And I'm like, I just can't do this. So I'm like, I'm done. But there came a point in time, like just recently, maybe about a year ago, when I had to push the reset button on friendships. Friendships are very important, whether people need it or not. Even if you have one, all you need is one. You need that one friendship that's team you. And you can be team them. You don't have to be concerned about whether they're going to go away and slander you, whether they're competing with you, whether they're, if you don't call them when they call you, that they're going to decide that they don't want to be friends with you anymore because you didn't return that call. That's not a friendship. That's a situationship. Or that is a ungodly soul tie where one is given, the other is taken. You don't have to be in a real friendship. You don't have to be concerned or whether you're being manipulated. And the main thing, you can be transparent when you're with that friend. Last year, I met some of those people. And there's some, and we got a group, and we call it's a sisterhood. And some of us are more close than others, but that's how we feel. We can get together at any time, and we can be transparent. So yesterday, I was scheduled to have lunch or dinner with one of my sister friends from that particular group. And normally, I would come up with an excuse of why I can't do it. But I made up my mind in this past year, I'm going to reset and I'm going to give all. As long as I'm getting met and I'm not feeling that thing, I'm there. So we were scheduled to meet for dinner. And right before dinner, I was having a meltdown on a situation, a really bad meltdown. And as I was having the meltdown, the phone rang. Hey, sis, letting you know I'm on my way. We're meeting for dinner. And right then and there, I was able to dry my tears. And when I got to that restaurant for 3 hours, we had the best conversations. I was able to be open and transparent and didn't have to worry about any judgment. Didn't have to worry about that, oh, just get over it. You know, people go through things, and I was able to be free to enjoy the meal and to talk, and she just let me talk. And we were able to exchange, and then by the time I was getting home, she called in again, and we were still able to talk again, and I was able to laugh. Being able to be transparent is more important than anything, because if you're going to have a friendship, you need to understand sometimes you're not going to always be on your A game, and you need somebody to be team you while you're being team them. With her, I don't have to put up a facade and say, oh, I'm just having a wonderful day. I was just praying and everything. Girl, but when you called me, I was going through. You saved me from a breakdown. Thank you for picking up the phone and calling, even to remind me that you're on the way, because it stopped me. And I was able to walk away from that table feeling better than I did when I sat down, having hope. And she didn't have to feel weighted with the things that I was saying. Those are friendships. Take and put a reset on your mindset about friendships. They're needed. It may not be everybody. And I talked about how our friendship came together. We didn't just go find each other. We were already in the circle. We were already communicating. But God divinely connected us in a different way this time. So God is all in it. We're able to discuss how we feel about things that we go through as women, things that we go through, how we feel, Lord, sometimes I just feel like this, and not feel like we're going to be judged and condemned. That's more important than anything. Find your sisterhood, or for that matter, no. Pray for the people that God has ordained for your life. And what will happen is God will divinely bring you together, and you will know that He's in the midst of everything. So this is my reset on relationships. See you tomorrow.